Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What the Real Podcast. I'm your host, Darnell.
And I'm Brittany.
Guys, make sure you like us and follow us on all those podcast apps out there. If you're on there, we pretty much are on there as well. If you have it, we're on there. Make sure you rate us. How many stars?
5 stars, guys. Please help us out and give us 5 stars.
Yeah, we're trying to grow as a podcast, so we're trying to get out there, and be seen. So make sure you do that. Also check us out on YouTube at What the Real Podcast. So make sure you go there and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you have any, questions or comments, make sure you email us. What's our email?
podcastwhatthereal@gmail.com.
Yeah, so make sure you do go ahead and do that. So what are we doing today?
Today we're going to do our top 10 guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah, so I wish I would have, like I said, I should have explained this a little bit better. But guilty pleasure movie, at least to what I think is pretty much a movie that when it first came out, it didn't do well. Didn't do well in the box office. Didn't do well in reviews. People just didn't like it. And then, but you liked it. You thought it was a pretty good movie. And you love it. So the movies that came out, and everyone hated it, but you loved it. In your own special way, pretty much. And and I think I put a lot of movies on my list, but then I had to take them off because I realized that it's like there's definitely a thin line between guilty pleasure movies and a cult classic.
Oh, okay.
So like a cult classic is a movie that also didn't do well in box office and reviews, but later down the road, people started loving that movie. Yeah. So like I have some like The Last Dragon is like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a cult classic. The Mummy, Independence Day, stuff like that are considered like cult classics. Good Burger, cult classic. Just
welcome to Good Burger, home with a good burger. Can I take your order?
So stuff like that. So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
It doesn't matter. I guess I'll go first since
right.
you have a lot on your list. So I have Deuce Bigalow, Mel Gigolo.
All right. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. Like I said, I seen The Animal in theaters, but definitely like this one. This was like, there was like a point of time when, what's his name?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. He had like a good, like he was just like a big star. He had all these movies coming out.
Yeah.
And just out of nowhere, like he just had all these movies, and they're almost kind of similar, like over the top comedy, slapstick. And I enjoyed most of his movies, those type of movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when he was like pretty much a male prostitute, and he was getting all the like women who weren't, couldn't get men, so he would, date them, make them feel good and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. It was a good movie.
It's definitely good.
You know what's awesome that I didn't write down, but that kind of reminds me of another movie, Shallow Hal.
Oh, that's a good movie. Yeah, I enjoy that movie.
That one's good. Yeah. All right. So my number 10 is a movie you never heard of.
Sure it is.
It's called Leonard Part 6. Now this movie is wild. Now it stars Bill Cosby, so that's one thing. But let me see if I can explain this. So he was like I don't know if he was SBI or CIA, but he was like some kind of agent, and he was retired.
Yeah.
And he kind of went back to on this last mission type thing. And it's just a wild movie because it deals with people using animals as killer, like not hiring, but like brainwashing animals to kill people. So they would brainwash like a piranha, and they put him in some guy's pool and kill the guy.
Oh my gosh.
And had some where they would brainwash all these frogs, and the frogs would jump under someone's car and then jump up all at the same time and jump the car up over like a cliff or something like that.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's a wild, over the top movie to the point where it's like the bad guys are vegetarians.
Uh-huh.
And like he kills one of the guys by making him eat a hot dog, and his head blows up.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's just like a weird over the top movie, and it's it's one of those movies like if you're like high, you would probably enjoy it. You know,
Yeah, I've never even
it's
heard of that movie.
yeah, like I'm sure it has like horrible ratings, but
Yeah, probably.
yeah, yeah. He fights like these guys are dressed up like chickens and they beat him up and then he comes back and he has clippers and he cuts all the feathers off and stuff. It's a wild movie, but I love it. I thought it was a cool movie. I even like Ghost Dad. I don't know, have you ever seen Ghost Dad? The other
No.
Bill Cosby movie where he's dead and he's a ghost. But I thought it was a good movie. It's definitely crazy. I'm sure 9 out of 10 people hate it, but I love the movie.
I kind of want to watch it. I'm not going to lie.
I'll show you the trailer. Like it's wild.
Okay. All right. My next one is Hubie Halloween.
Now you have to explain this one because I've never seen this.
It's an Adam Sandler movie.
Mm.
Another Adam Sandler, another Happy Madison production movie, I
Yeah.
should say. So pretty much it's this guy named Hubie. Everyone in town like makes fun of him. They like hate him and stuff like that. And he's like he designated himself as the monitor of Halloween. He's like going around making sure everyone's safe and stuff like that. But everyone pulls pranks on him.
Mm.
He gets scared easily and stuff like that. And then his mom turns out in the end is kidnapping people, and he's trying to figure out what's happening to these missing people. And he realized it was his mom, and yeah, she goes missing, and he turns out to be the mayor of the city.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sounds pretty bad, right?
I've never even heard of this.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. Is it animated or is it
No,
live action?
it's live action. Yeah,
Wow, I've never even heard of this. This is Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler stars in it.
Wow. This is like newer movie or is it old?
Yeah, it came out like a few years ago.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm never. I'm gonna have to watch the trailer for this because I've never even seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, my
That's
boyfriend
interesting.
thinks it's pretty bad, but
Mm.
I like it.
Okay.
It's stupid. It's so stupid. It has like Ben Stiller in it. Like he
Mm.
plays a part in the beginning. 'Cause you know how like in Happy Gilmore he plays the house, not the housekeeper, at the living assistant home,
Mm.
the person there, the director or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
that's living. Well, he's like that in
Mm.
the Hubie Halloween in the beginning of the movie. He's like, I'm halal, and I will be your blah blah blah, and yeah.
All right. Well, then definitely we're gonna check some trailers out after this. 'Cause I don't never seen this one. My number 9 is Drop Dead Fred. You never seen this movie. This came out in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. It's about a little girl. She had a imaginary friend named Fred, and they would get in a lot of trouble. And she sees Fred, obviously, but he's like kind of real. Like he can do stuff. Like he can, he's a real imaginary friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as she grows up, Fred is gone. Obviously, you grow out of it. But then I forgot, something happens to her, and then Fred comes back.
Oh.
And he still wants to be all the fun and all this stuff, and she's trying to just live her life, and they're getting, he's making her do all these crazy shenanigans and stuff like that. So it's something doing with that, and like kind of like she's about to get married to some bad guy, and Fred's trying to help her not to get married to him and all that stuff. So it's a lot of that. It's like a comedy movie. It's really like, obviously it didn't do well. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's definitely a guilty pleasure. It's very close to a cult classic as well, but it's really good. It's really over the top. Like there's a part where like his head gets closed in the refrigerator, and he opens it up, and his head's real skinny and flat and all that stuff. So it's like that over the top type stuff.
Okay.
But it gets serious at points. But I think it's a really good movie. So
Nice.
Drop Dead Fred.
Okay. My next one is another Happy Madison production movie, Pixels.
Pixels. Now, I didn't actually see this movie, but I remember when it first came out, and everyone hated it.
I think it is so good. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, it has its flaws in it. My
Mm.
boyfriend loves to point it out when I watch it, which drives me crazy. I'm like, Matt, you gotta stop watching a movie more than once because you really like to point out things and you're ruining the movie for me. But pretty much it's like this guy, Adam Sandler's character, is really good at arcade video games when
Mm.
he's young, and he goes in a competition and he comes in second place. And his best friend was with him at the competition. And then his best friend grows up to be the president, and pretty much aliens are attacking Earth, and the president has to address it. So Adam Sandler's character and another guy who came in third place in the competition
Mm.
pretty much are attacking the aliens in these competitions of different arcade video games like Pac-Man, Centipede, and stuff like that.
Mm.
So, and they just have to save the world from the aliens.
Okay. Now it would be. It sounds like something I would like, but I always never just. I don't know. It's just something I never watched. I just heard everyone say it was bad, so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna watch it.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but you know
Yeah.
my taste in movies.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Eventually, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll watch it.
It's on Netflix right now,
Yeah.
so take advantage of that.
All right. Yeah. One day I'll watch it. My number 8 is Malibu's Most Wanted. Have you ever seen this movie?
I think so.
With Jamie Kennedy, and like he's a white rapper and he wants to make it big.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So
Yeah, I've
he
seen that.
goes to the hood, but then his father ends up like hiring 2 guys to like try to scare him straight and all that stuff. And it's a hilarious movie. It's just so funny. Like I guess it didn't do well. But I just always love it to hear him rap and stuff. I don't know, it's just a hilarious movie. I guess that might be Jamie Kennedy's like only good movie. I don't know what other movies like good other than like what Scream he was in.
Don't ask me. I'm not like you. I can't think of things.
He
off
was
the
in
fly.
he was in The Mask 2, which
Okay.
is I heard was really, I never watched it myself, but I heard it was just really really bad.
I never seen it.
And then yeah, I don't think he was really in any like good movies, but yeah. I mean, I like this one. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was pretty funny. Kind of makes fun of 8 Mile a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Eminem's movie. So, good one. Definitely a good movie. Just definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. All right.
All right, my number 7 is Role Models.
Role Models. Yeah. I think yeah, that's one I see. I actually went to the movie. I don't know why I went to the movies to see this movie, but I definitely did. I definitely seen this in the theaters.
It's so stupid. It's good.
Yeah, and it's good. Dealt with the little bad boy, the badass kid. What happened to him?
I don't know, but he was funny.
Yeah.
Ronnie was funny.
You would think like he would have got into like more acting and stuff. You know, growing up into acting and all that stuff. But I don't know. I have to check his IMDb and see if
He must have had a blast playing that part. Because what other role do you get a chance to curse like that
Yeah.
and stuff like that and be a badass?
Yeah, I think he was like around that time. I think he was doing stuff for like MTV. I think like commercials or something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. But I thought it was good. It makes everyone want to go do some what's it called? What was it called?
LARPing.
LARPing. Yeah. I want to do that.
That looks like fun.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely check that out.
Live action role playing.
Yeah. That and I always want to play D&D too. I never got a chance.
I know. I've
Yeah.
been dying to do Dungeons and Dragons, but I just don't know anyone who does it.
Yeah. Yeah. One day.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, that's you. You're next.
No, I just went. I
Oh,
just
you
did
did.
role
You did
models.
Okay. Oh yeah, duh. My number 7 is Kung Pao. You ever heard of this movie?
Kung Pao. I
Kung
don't
Pao.
think so.
It's a kung fu movie.
No, Kung Fu. Yeah.
It's like, so what makes Kung Pao really good? First of all, it's just it's like almost like a hate it or love it type movie. If you're a fan of kung fu movies, which I grew up watching kung fu movies, so what they did was he actually took footage from a kung fu movie and kind of like put himself in it, and like used a lot of green screen and stuff like that, and put himself into all these scenes. Obviously, they did film some scenes for the movie, but then they redubbed all the like the dialogue to match like their plot,
Mhm.
and it's just over the top and just hilarious. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's so funny. I can like quote the whole movie. Like that's how funny I think it is. But it's like if you don't like kung fu movies and stuff like that, you wouldn't love this movie.
I'm not
Um,
a kung fu movie
oh
type of
man,
girl.
I'm gonna tell you this. You know we're doing gateway movies. I have a gateway kung fu movie that if you would watch it, you'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance.
Maybe.
It's
We'll see.
called Five Deadly Venoms, and it's really good. It's really good. I think
Okay.
you would like it. I think anyone would watch that movie and be like, all right, I'm gonna give kung fu movies a chance. That's
Okay.
how good that movie is. But yeah, Kung Pao, awesome, funny, hilarious movie, and it definitely needs a sequel. So hopefully we'll get that.
All right, my number 6. Guilty of this.
Mm.
High School Musical.
Oh man, that's High School Musical is so cheesy and actually.
I had to see. I still have the CD
Oh really?
to play the music. Yeah.
Oh wow.
This could be the start of something new. Gotta get your head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game.
That's the one scene I remember is the basketball scene. I actually watched that. My wife is a big fan of that High School Musical.
It's a good
She made me watch that
movie.
one. Just the first one. That's the only one I watched.
That's the only one worth watching.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The other two aren't that good.
Oh, but yeah, that's super cheesy. Super cheesy.
So it's funny because as the adult, I go back and I go back and I watch things that I watched as a kid,
Mm,
and I'm like, what in the world did I see in this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why did I like this so much? I'm like, geez.
yeah. That's it's oh my god, I can't believe that became a thing and like people loved it. So I don't know. It's not for me. Oh. My number 6. I don't know if you've seen this movie. This seemed like a movie you would like. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I don't think you've seen it, but I think you would like this movie. Ladybugs.
Nope, never seen it.
Okay, so remember we watched Caddyshack.
Yeah,
So remember the rich guy from Caddyshack
yeah,
with the crazy golf bag.
yeah.
So that's Rodney Dangerfield. He stars in the movie.
Oh, okay.
So you get that kind of comedy, like how he does his comedy. But so he's a soccer coach, and his team really sucks. Girls soccer. So he ends up dressing his stepson as a girl to help them win games.
Oh my gosh.
So this came out like early '90s, so that was like okay to do. But you know, back then they didn't care in the early '90s. But it's a hilarious movie. It's really good. You ever seen Sidekicks? No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you did?
think so. Yeah.
So
I
that
think,
kid, right? Sidekicks with Chuck Norris, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So that kid, he was the kid who was in the movie who dressed like a girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just a hilarious movie. It's so funny. Like I guess it didn't do well, but I think everyone should watch Ladybugs. It's really good. I guarantee you will like it. We're
right.
gonna watch the trailer. It's a movie you would like. Trust
We
me.
got a lot of trailers
Yeah.
to watch.
It's like a feel good movie. It's like for a kid. It's like I would say it's for like teens. It's it's not crazy. It's not raunchy when you think of a boy dressed up as a girl. But
Yeah.
it's like it's good. It's good. You'll like it.
All right. My next one is The Wrong Missy.
The Wrong Missy. We talked about this movie a lot.
This is like one of my favorite movies. I've seen it like 120 times. My boyfriend is sick and tired of watching it, but I never get tired of it. So far, I haven't gotten tired of it.
Yeah, definitely. I reviewed that. I remember reviewing that movie. I watched it. I thought, like I said, I thought she was turned up too much. She was too crazy. I did like her character, but it was just turn her down just a little
See, my
bit.
boyfriend says that's me. Like, I'm like, that's
just-
that level of crazy. And I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm that crazy, but he thinks I'm crazy. So, I mean, I can get loud.
Yeah.
You haven't seen nothing. You see the calm side of me, but when I'm at home in my environment, I'm like, woo!
All right. I thought all the other characters that were really funny in that as
The
well.
only character I didn't really like in there was Rob Schneider's character.
Okay, I'm trying to remember who he was.
He was the guy with the fingers missing.
Oh yeah. They always like have the little cameos they put it in each other's movies and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? Thought of another good top 10 Happy Medicine movies.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
That'd be a good one. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought it was decent, but I think it'd have been better if they made her less crazy. You know.
Whatever you say.
All right, my number 5 is Class Act. I'm sure you haven't seen this movie.
Nope.
Another 90s movie. It stars Kid and Play. Do you know who Kid and Play is?
No.
Oh my god, that is wild. You've never heard of Kid and Play? Never even heard of Kid and Play?
No, I probably heard of it. I just don't remember. Like,
Have you ever
like,
seen the movie House Party?
yeah.
Okay, that's Kid and Play.
Okay.
Yeah. So it stars them. And it's not a sequel to House Party. It's a separate movie, but it's pretty much one school. They're high school kids, and they first time both of them going to this new school. And one is like this really bad boy. He actually got out of prison, and if he doesn't finish school, he's gonna go back to prison. And then the other kid is like this really smart, one of the smartest kids in school. And right before school starts, they run into each other, and then the bad boy makes them swap places. He's like, I'm gonna go as you, you're gonna go as me. So you're gonna make me pass so I can stay out of jail. And then the nerdy kid is like, all right, well, you're gonna have to make sure I pass PE. So it's a lot of that, like back and forth with that. It's actually it's pretty funny. It's a really funny movie.
That sounds like a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Class Act.
Class Act.
Yeah. It's funny. I guess a lot of people didn't like it back then. They wanted another House Party movie. But Class Act, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed the movie a lot.
Okay.
Yep.
My next one is Norbit.
Norbit.
I don't know how people don't like Norbit.
I don't understand how either, because I love that movie.
The movie's so funny. Rasputia, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. I actually seen a video clip where the body double from Rasputia, they were showing her.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not just him always in a fat suit.
Yeah,
They're actually putting
like when she's in the bikini and stuff like that.
They're using like a digital. They're just putting his face on an actual woman. They're actually showing her. They're like almost like interviewing her, but like showing who she was and stuff. The body double Rasputia. So that was pretty good. But yeah, I love Norbit. That movie is hilarious. It's just crazy how not a lot of people like this movie. It's just so funny. So funny.
It's a classic.
It's,
Eddie Murphy does a good job. He plays an Asian.
Mm-hmm.
He plays a fat black lady, and then he plays just a normal geeky.
Yeah, Norbit. And
normal
have you
guy.
seen Coming to America?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, where he's like African and he comes to find his wife, find a wife. In New
Yeah.
York. Okay. All right. All right. Because I was like, if you like Norbit, you gotta kind of like Come to America. It's almost it's like a same type of comedy where he's doing different characters and all that. He always do different characters in his movies and stuff.
Yeah, he did a really good job in this.
Yeah.
I ain't no 300 pounds. I'm 165. How you doing?
it's so funny. And then with the when they go to get rims, oh, please don't trim that fat. Please don't trim that fat.
Yeah. Who likes that turkey ass?
Oh, the movie is hilarious. Norbit is hilarious. Oh my god, I need to watch that movie. I haven't watched it in a while, so I need to watch it. That's on my list as well. Norbit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised we actually had one that's the same.
Yeah. All right, so we're at number 4, right?
Yeah.
My number 4 is Nothing But Trouble. I'm sure you have not seen this movie.
Nope.
It's another good movie. It's 90s. Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Demi Moore. um, John Candy. It's really good cast,
Hmm.
but I don't know why people didn't like it. But it was like a group of people. They're like bankers, and the one girl's not, but they're going to some kind of like conference or something like that,
Yeah.
and they pass some crazy town or whatever, and they get pulled over, and for speeding, and it's like, so instead of them just taking a ticket, they try to bribe the actual cop, and the
Uh,
cop was like, all right, well, you got to follow me. So they follow him to like this weird house, huge weird house that's on this big property that looks like a junkyard. So they end up going to see the judge. He's like, I'm gonna have to take you to see the judge. So the judge is in this weird house, and it's like this crazy looking guy, this big nose, and just the house looks crazy inside as well. And they get sentenced to death.
oh my God.
so um so they end up surviving that, but then end up getting trapped in the house, and they're trying to escape and all that stuff. It's hilarious. It's a really good movie. It's really funny. I can't believe you've never even heard of this movie. I have it on DVD. It's so good. It's another over
Sounds
funny
interesting.
movie. Yeah, we'll watch. We're gonna watch some trailers. I have to show you the trailer. But yeah, it's like a lot of good quotable moments. Freaking John Candy plays two roles, and it's just really good. But yeah, nothing but trouble. Good.
All right. My next one is Zookeeper.
Zookeeper.
It's another Happy Madison production movie
Oh yeah, that's right.
with Kevin James.
Kevin James. I didn't realize that was Happy Madison production.
Yeah, Adam Sandler actually plays the monkey in that movie.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought this one, it was a solid movie. Yeah. Right? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Hold on. Is that?
It's like where he's a zookeeper, but he wants to marry this girl, but she doesn't want to marry him because she's like, oh, he's just a zookeeper. He's not good enough for me.
Oh, I'm getting my movies mixed up.
And then he's like, he goes to leave the zoo to become a salesman at a Lamborghini car place. And he doesn't like it, and then he realizes he falls in love with this different girl, and he wants her instead, and then he goes for her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen. I'm getting mixed up with Night at the Museum.
Oh, see, I
That's
didn't
what
like
I'm
that movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting mixed up. Okay, I didn't see this movie actually, Zookeeper. I mean, I'm about to check this out. Yeah, I haven't seen this one. So
I'm surprised.
yeah. I don't know. I guess I haven't seen as many Happy Madison stuff as I thought I did, since I didn't see the other movie either.
My boyfriend always says, he goes, Brittany, there must be something about Happy Madison Productions if you could just watch their movies over and
Yeah.
over again.
You
I'm like, I guess. I don't know.
you like their comedy. You like the comedy.
Yeah, I
the
do.
writer. They're all the same writers, so yeah, you like the comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to check that one out too. Yeah, I'm surprised that I might have probably seen the poster or see a trailer. I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember it, but I never watched it though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're at what, number 3?
There, yeah.
My number 3 is a movie I watched a lot of movies, a lot of times. Tango and Cash. Sorry, no, I know you haven't seen this one.
Nope.
Stars Sylvester Stallone and
Okay.
Kurt Russell. It's pretty much like a buddy cop movie type thing. Back when they were big, and it was just like an over the top action movie. It was
Okay.
it was like, I think so. Back then, it was Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the big action stars.
Yeah.
And then I guess at one point where everyone was waiting for Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger to do a movie together.
Hmm.
They didn't do it, but they got Kurt Russell instead.
Okay.
Which he was doing some action movies as well. And it's just a really fun, over the top action movie. That's all I can
Nice.
say. It's cheesy, fun, over the top, and like just crazy action.
Cool.
That's all I can say about it. It's really good.
My number 2 is Scooby Doo, the live action movie.
Ooh, yes. I enjoy this one. This one I would definitely add it to my list because Scooby-Doo is really good. I think they did a really good with the casting.
Yeah, Matthew Leonard
Mhm.
nailed Shaggy. Like,
Oh yeah.
he did that spot so good. Like
Mm.
he acted like he was. They couldn't have picked anyone better to play Shaggy.
Yeah, and he got the voice down and everything.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. I think all the other casting as well, even the girl Velma, like if you don't really realize who she was, like she plays so many other roles that you don't think she would be able to play Velma good, but like
Oh really?
yeah, you have to see the other stuff she's in, and you realize that's her. But she's like older too. She's like older than most of them, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I believe so. And they're all old now, but back then. But yeah, yeah, Scooby Doo is really good. I enjoy this movie. That was really good. I like the ending too. Ending was good. Yeah, I have this on DVD when it first
I
came
have it
out.
on DVD
Yeah.
too.
The second one wasn't as good, but the first one.
No, the
was really
second one's not that good. No,
Yeah.
it's on Netflix right now. Just
Oh,
an
really?
FYI. I've been watching it.
Yeah, the first one's good though. That's definitely a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised that a live action Scooby Doo movie would be good, and they did a good job for the first one. You know.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
Yeah. So yeah, really good one. My number 2 is Norbit.
Ah.
Yeah. I really enjoy this movie. For some reason, everyone hates this movie, and Norbit is awesome.
Doesn't get the credit it deserves.
Yeah, definitely doesn't. I don't understand. Where she's keeps moving my seat. Like it's like maybe just get bigger.
Yeah. How many times I gotta tell you stop moving my seat, Norbit? My titties are hitting up against the wheel.
Oh man, that movie's hilarious. All right.
My number 1.
Mhm.
This is gonna really set people off.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill,
Yeah.
the Happy Madison production movie.
Yeah.
I liked that movie. I thought it was good.
I never actually watched it. I've seen clips of it, but like, what is this, like his sister, right, or something?
Yeah, he plays his sister, like his
Oh.
twin sister.
I don't even know the plot of it, but it definitely, the parts I see was like, oh my god, like maybe just not everyone should be playing a girl in their movie. Like, I don't know, but I guess it was you thought it was funny, like it was.
I
good.
thought it was funny. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it, but then again, it's my sense of humor. So,
Yeah, maybe one day I'll watch it. But
and then you'll have to text me and let me know what you think of it.
yeah. I mean, it's in the hat, so
It's in the hat.
it's in the hat. Yeah.
Dang. Hopefully, we pull that one day.
Yeah. It's definitely in there. Yeah, we'll definitely maybe one day. Maybe you'll pull it out. We'll review it. So, oh, that's gonna be funny. Well, that's gonna have some crazy ratings. Your rating versus mine if I don't like it. All right, so my number 1 is Hudson Hawk. Another movie you never heard of.
Jeez, I'm really not diverse in movies.
Yeah, I mean
This podcast, I do have to say, has opened up like a whole new horizon for me because I pretty much stopped and just watched the same movies. But now that I'm watching movies weekly, I'm like, okay, I'm liking this movie, and I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna get into this movie because of this movie. So it's really opening up a new horizon for me.
it shows there's a lot of good stuff out there. You just gotta find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
a lot of good ones. Like, so this movie Hudson Hawk stars Bruce Willis. It's like he's a professional like thief, and he
Okay.
gets hired to do something, and like he's getting like double cross and all this stuff. But it's a very over the top movie. It's very cheesy. Like some of the bad guys, their names are based off of like candy bars. So there's a person called Kit Kat and Butterfingers and stuff like that. So that's crazy. Like there's when they do their heists and stuff, instead of using like a watch to see how much time passed before they can go, they sing songs like, all right, we need something for 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and they're like, all right, this song, and they sing in the song while they're doing the
Oh
heist.
my gosh. That's crazy.
So it's like, it's very cheesy, but I just love this movie. I used to watch this all the time, and I don't know. I'm like, first of all, I'm a big like Bruce Willis fan. So like one of my favorite movies is Fifth Element.
Okay.
So you've seen that, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
Okay. So that's like one of my favorite movies of all time, and so I'm just a big fan of Bruce Willis, and like this movie is just it's really fun. It's cheesy, super cheesy. I will not say this enough. It's very cheesy, but it's very fun, and I love it. So
Okay.
yeah.
I got a lot of movies I gotta check out.
Yeah, definitely. So, guys, let us know your top 10 guilty pleasure movies. Let us know your criteria as well. What do you consider as guilty pleasure? What do you consider as like a cult classic? I know there's a little bit difference between those two. So, definitely let us know. We would like to hear from you so we can see anything that we didn't think of and then we see on your list. Like, oh man, that's definitely a one. Because
Yeah.
I get that a lot. Sometimes right after we're done recording the episode, I think of something like, oh man.
Yep. Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of movies out there. Like sometimes you just can't think of the movies all the time. There's so many movies
Yeah,
you've
it's hard.
watched throughout the years, so it's definitely hard. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace out.